Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It's your boy, Elron Humperdinck, Political Dank House. There's the tags. There's the tag. See, I'm wearing, stretching on me because I'm fat. I'm living life wealthy in America. My Triumph shirt. Just felt like wearing it today. Nothing to do with the video. As in, like, swaying what I think about things. And I just like the old school hat. I found it. Wearing the flag. It's 2 days after Flag Day, and I think this discussion about the flag burning on all sides, not the other side's reactionary, it's lefty this time. I don't call it lefty, but the people who want to pretend that burning the flag is the most important thing ever. And I'm not saying we should ban it, right? Or jail people. But you know what I mean. President Trump had said recently there was a senator, I believe, wants to jail senator. It says Democratic senator threatens to beat the hell out of flag burners. I don't know when this was. But someone had proposed a flag burning bill that said people should go to jail and that it should be illegal. I believe he was Republican. And I'll put it in the description. And people could say, well, you should know, and I have heard it, but I've heard so many stories throughout the week, it slipped my mind. And it just goes to show a testimony to me as well, how unimportant, or in my mind, this is, like, shocking and things. As much as people say, I want to burn the flag, okay, fine. I don't care about them so much, so it's the same with the kneeling. My opinion on it was just that it was gay. People said, well, they're doing so much, they're doing this and that. Yeah, Kaepernick. Well, what did I say? I don't know if I've talked about him in jest on these videos because I wasn't doing videos back then. But everything I said was, wow, he went around about it in the wrong way. He chose something. You could only purposely choose to be not disruptive, but to look that bad with your views on America. Like, oh, well, it looks like you hate it because you're shitting on the troops, whether he means it or not. And if he knows that that's what most people would take it as, even open-minded people that said, let's look into these issues, then he knew better, and he wanted to push the division and wanted to backhand the country. That was my take on it. People can disagree all they want, and once he got people could say he had notoriety, and not negative, but notoriety for playing sports. He was famous. He had connections, and what did he do once he got all that attention and money and stuff for kneeling? He's donating to things, and I don't agree. The causes he's donating to are not going to help. I can guarantee you that his heart's not in the right place. But he is donating. But to me, whenever he was getting interviewed, hey, Colin, if he could ever win, I guess I'm not enough sports guy to even make ribs, at somebody. But I heard he wasn't the greatest thing ever, because people do. Well, why are you gonna take down the greatest guy ever? Sort of like how when people get shot, in Memphis and stuff like that, people say, "Oh, that was just my baby. He was trying to go to college. Somebody put that crack rock on him," and it happens with all races, because when your parents, if it's a white kid and they get killed or they die in a drunk because they were drinking and driving, they hit a tree. Nobody dies but them. The parents are gonna say that just didn't sound like so and so. That just didn't sound like so and so. So there's going to be that genuine disbelief, but come on. And we see the same thing with this type of stuff. But the flag burning, it should be legal. But my thing is, it's like, you have that right to do it, but it's just hilarious. I would laugh at it. To me, it's the same thing as the screaming, "No!" when Trump was elected. Like that was going to do anything. My problem is that people nowadays will come after your stuff and take your flag. That's different. That's not freedom of speech. You saw where that my speaker went off. That tranny recently got. You can check Daily Caller. There was a guy who shoved this transsexual away from a sign because it wasn't just even even were stepping on it, And he said, "Well, the sign's tough. I don't care. I wasn't caring about that." Then I'm gonna say they because I'm not giving them the you were this or that. But if they want to confuse language, let's do it. Sorry, rest in peace. Police reports of accuracy was dragging it. Like, oh, I'm taking this. You are not allowed to have this. That's not the same. And if this person were to buy a Trump hat or anything like that to burn it, that would have been their purview because they bought it. The thing is, it's just if you think America's not doing things right, you could invert the flag. That's disrespectful, but that's not as cringe. Because to me, burning flags is just as cringe. People try to act like, oh, all these conservatards or these boomers or people caring so much about their country. There's an argument in that, but it's the same thing about the other. These people think it's so edgy. Flag burners, to be honest with you, if you have out there and Antifa and people like that, they're the type of people that would milk jug, just throw the milk jug. Oh, I slipped and fall. Hey, dumbass, that wasn't funny, and you wasted milk. You wasted your money to buy a flag, and if you took it from somebody, that's a whole different story. But and people, it's the same stupid argument, because to me, if you're gonna burn a flag, why not just burn rolling paper that's got the American flag on it? That's funny, that was my joke, and everybody seemed to like it and enjoy it. That way people can just chill the fuck out. But no, it's all about doing it, sticking a knife in something. And to me, you see how I just said, hey, why not just, I'm not crazy on it. I think you should respect the flag, but I'm not crazy on it. I'm not one of those people that say you can't get rolling papers at the beach. Some pothead gets rolling papers or in Colorado or something. It's got the American flag on it. Oh, you can't smoke that. Can't smoke that. That's technically burning the flag. I'm not like that. Because that's the same type of stuff people did with the kneeling and the Kaepernick. And we said he's disrespecting the flag. And I'm thinking of like the image of it. I'm not talking about the literal flag. And this is where people tried to go snakily with it. They said, oh, yeah, well, what about, it was this black guy, of course, because he was identifying with the racial aspect of it. And so he got all into it in churchy. He said, I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was Tariq Nasheed or anybody like that. But what about when you're wearing underwear that's the USA? What about the flag, swimming trunks that's cradling your balls? You're in effect, you're wiping your balls on the American flag in your ass and blah, 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 blah. It's not the same. That's not the same. You have to look into that and like make that like over exaggerate the description of what's going on there. It's like instead of saying I'm bleeding, that would be like saying, well, I'm leaking fluid of the primary color red variety, and it's viscous and it's not stopping. It's just say I'm gushing blood. You know what I mean? Well, actually, you're just when you're wearing clothes, you're not wearing clothes. You're laying fabric on the skin, and some of that might be your nutsack. So if it's the flag, you're technically no, it's not. Because when you're putting on your swim trunks, you're not trying to desecrate the flag. You're actually showing off, hey, I like this enough to wear it. I like the flag. And if people want to wrap themselves in the flag in the Olympics, how many people do you think say shit about that? But these people would go to that. That's not the same at all. That's in the context of it. We're proud. We're shrouded in my country's pride. And it's supposed to bring us all together. We'll see stuff like that in the future. If people want to get down like that, and they will. But the burning the flag thing is just, to me, it's really dumb. Because that's just like an attention getter. And I'm not saying, oh, you just want to do that for attention, you don't have things to say. But that's just the attention getter. There's people that are just, oh, I'm just going to burn stuff. Oh, I'm going to burn the flag. Burn the flag gets all the attention, like Kaepernick when he kneeled. I'm going to kneel. I'm going to be destructive. Or not destructive. Well, yeah, destructive, but I'm going to be disruptive, right? All right, Kaepernick. All eyes on you. All the world. What do you want? No, you wouldn't understand. Like, you've got the platform, you've got the clout, you've got the energy, you've got the momentum, and then you sit down there, or LeBron with Doris Burke. What do you think, LeBron? I saw you wearing with the I Can't Breathe on your shoe. You want to say something about, no, ain't nothing I could say that this country couldn't figure out or couldn't understand, so they're just not going to embrace us, and just ain't going to be, we'll have to wait for the next generation. They don't even have something to say whenever they get the clout. I mean, you do the backflip to please the girl, and she's like, "Hey, that was pretty cool," and you go, "Oh, snap." Okay, bye. I mean, you got the attention of whoever you wanted. You better have that next step of, hey, I can show you a lot more than flips. You know what I mean? You don't sit there like Kaepernick or LeBron or all these people and say, or flag and burners for the most part, people. And I mean, in essence, fuck all of them, honestly, because it's cringe. But you know what I mean? Even the people with the messages, but the people without, that's them. They'll burn the flag, and you'll go, "Oh, that was cringy. Hey, what was that for?" No, I don't know. Fuck America, man. What about it? Yeah, where's my next flag? I like that FedEx driver who came out and took it from him and said, "You're not going to burn this flag. You don't like it, love it, leave it." Like Merle Haggard said, and I agree. But to me, it's like at least some of these people are citizens. If you were an illegal immigrant, you shouldn't be here. You should be found out and kicked out anyways if you were on film doing this. But if you were burning the flag of the USA as a quote unquote protest when you're not a citizen, and some of these people that are coming up to the border that are burning the flag of the United States, it's the country you're going into. It's like me holding a sign coming into the McLaughlin's house or whoever, just some random name, and you got a sign that says "fuck the McLaughlins," and you're knocking on the door. It's like, what are you doing? And the illegal immigrants, they don't have rights like of the country like we do. They shouldn't have the right to burn the flag. And if they burn the flag, they should automatically not be able to apply for asylum, in my opinion. I mean, let's not be stupid. And that's not going for people waving their home country, which is still a slap in the face and should be looked into. And say, "Look, motherfuckers, somebody needs to teach them some respect." But the flag burning, like burning the flag of the host country you're supposed to come to, these people, they think it's okay because they think we're all just one country, one nation, one whatever. It's global homo stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I'm just gonna sit here and shill. Oh no, I said my shirt earlier. That's what it is. I made that back October 2016 before he even won. I knew he was going to win, so he'll win 2022. Love him or hate the guy. I mean, he's important in the culture war. You got to think culture with politics. They're the same. Like, they influence each other. That's why they say don't talk religion and politics. I mean, ultimately, culture, like what you believe in society and even down to clothes and stuff, is a religious or ritual, So they say they don't mix them. It's the reason why is because they affect each other so much. But sometimes you can separate them in the sense of that. So I mean, the boy, stuff like that with the tweet he did, that senator, he was like, Trump retweeted it and said, "Yeah, this is whatever." And I think it's just he's throwing red meat to the boomers, as people would say, make fashion great again. But see, people will buy shirts and burn them and stuff like that. So I mean, it's whatever. My thing is, it's just as cringe when some radical lefty or Antifa burns the U.S. flag as somebody that's like supposed to be, "Oh, I'm down for Trump," or "I'm hard right," or something. And, "Oh, what? Serious strikes? Let me burn this bitch." Oh, hold on. Gotta do it right. Like my Battlefield, or not Battlefield, but my Bad Company looking letter, just for the show. Oh, Trump struck Syria. Oh, I'm gonna burn it. What? Immigration's up. I'm gonna burn it. They're just as cringy. And I wanted to make sure I got that out so that people didn't, I really am like, I just don't care. It's the same thing with the burning the Nikes. It's like, to me, you still burned it's not like, "Oh, you self-owned" type shit, but it's just like, you can do that. But it's the same, you still burnt your shoes, you know what I mean? And I look at it as if you bought something that, before this happened, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and judge you for it. People wear Nikes all the time. It's a big deal. Apple, they can be, I'm a designer. Windows, they're wild. But we still use their products, and I'm not going around saying, "I'm not working here because of this computer," or smashing my computer. Those people, I always thought it was dumb, apolitical stuff, where people used to buy the Xbox just so they could be first in line and then just throw it on the ground in front of everybody, and it's like, come on, dude. It's not a statement. People say it's a statement, it's sure, but to me it's not a statement. It's a attention getter. The statement is what you have behind it, the meaning. Like if you're burning yourself alive, like the dude on the White House lawn or that one monk that one time, you're really just self-immolating. You're really just burning yourself. People will ask, why is he doing that? Then there's the statement. That's the act is not the statement. But that senator, he just did it for people say well, the Fox News boomers and stuff like that. They hell yeah, they love America, and like Nick Fuentes has said that. Owen Benjamin sees the same thing in the sense of like worshiping science because they were around during the moon landing, and that you can really get people to worship war because yeah, we went and kicked the Nazis' ass, or yeah, we put a man on the moon. It's like, come on, guys, just say, like America can do no wrong. I get that. I get that from people. I understand it. But you gotta have respect for the country you live in. You want a good look, especially when you're protesting people with these optics that you say are bad people. You're gonna look bad too. And Trump said at one point, let me pull this up. Nobody should be allowed to burn the American flag. If they do, there must be consequences and perhaps loss of citizenship or a year in jail. And that was 2016, I believe, November, right after he won, 28, something like that. And somebody said, "Oh, fashy, whatever," because he said, "I don't like it anyway either." Some person replied, and he said, "But you're like a dictator. Why you gotta be so dictatory?" It's like, oh, shut up. Trump wants jail time for flag burners. Liberals exploding forget the fact that Hillary proposed flag protection with an act. With the fact that Hillary Clinton proposed flag protection act of $100K fine and 1 year in jail. And okay, that's fine, it's and I know there's people say, what aboutism? It's like, no, it's the situation. If somebody says, what do you think of the Dodgers, so and so, and they go, well, you know what Dylan was saying the other day about the Dodgers, and they go, well, that's what aboutism. I want to know what you think. No, we're talking about the subject matter at hand, and everything around it is how that affects it in a certain way, or someone who's affiliated with it. That is okay. That's fair game. It's just holding people to accountable. And I don't doubt Hillary Clinton did something like that. My thing is that she's a flip-flopper. So now, I mean, with Donald Trump, you could say that's tyrannical. It won't go through. And the people, I think it's just a gesture for patriotism, because it was around Flag Day that they pushed this too, but like it's the same type of shit that the lefties do when they go Happy John McCain Day on Flag Day. It's like you could have just said Flag Day. So there's like an underlying hatred for the flag if they didn't think of that. So I get what Trump's trying to do here. He's more pro-gay than me, but I would even hit harder and say that there's people, if you burn the LGBT flag, right, if you don't agree with them like I don't, I wouldn't go out and buy money for a flag just to burn it. And I also don't like to destroy. Remember, harken back to a video I did about the statues. I think you should create one that you like instead of destroying one that somebody else does that you don't like, or just rival them. I'm a creator, not a destroyer. And so when you buy a flag just to burn it, I mean, you're literally burning money, in a sense. You're blowing your money at the very least. But I think that would be dumb too, to burn the LGBT flag. And I mean, hold signs that say God hates fags. That's the type of thing, because God doesn't hate fags. God hates sin. And we're all sinners, but it's the same thing if you're burning the LGBT flag. It's like, wow, it's like, you take that, guys, fuck you, you fags. It's the same thing as fuck you, Ameritards, when you burn the flag. I'd have much more respect for somebody who at least would just fly the communist flag or whatever they think they are. Like I said, at the border, fly your home country's flag. Don't. I think that's whack. I mean, you need to show us some damn respect when you come here, but at least do that. That's a creative way, instead of the destructive way is to take something you don't like and even just destroy it, even if you don't like it. And that has to do with your optics, your dark and light optics of how you're perceived. Trump and Hillary both are, more authoritarian on that sense, and I kind of am too. Like, to me, you shouldn't be burning the flag. People do it, and some people say, well, what about when you have to properly dispose of a flag that's hit the ground or something like that, right? They have to burn it then. What about that? I mean, we all know he wasn't talking about that, you dummy. He's talking about burning in protest. And if a house got caught on fire, I'm waiting for some people to go, well, Mr. President Trump, Mr. Orange Man, when an American flag is on the side of someone's house, and the fire department doesn't get there in time, and it burns the house down and singes the fire in the flame, or the flag in the flames. Does the homeowner's insurance cover the jail sentence that the person's going to get? I mean, I'm waiting for comments like that. People are just so stupid. People are going at it from all sides in crazy ways. But my God, that's the stupidest one. Like, well, what do you mean? We have to dispose of them, don't we? Or, well, what if someone had all they had was the American flag from a plane crash, and they had to make a canopy or a tarp out of the flag for a house and a tent, like Tom Hanks in Castaway. Like, would they be desecrating the flag then? What if they had to burn it for warmth? Like, would you get in trouble then? Like, we all know that that's not even in the realm of what we're talking about. So, and it's people like that that make you think, yeah, why don't just fuck it, ban it? Yeah, ban flag burning. They're not doing their cause any good. But to me, I don't see a lot of people burning flags ever. I'd call them pussies if they did. It's like, get out. I never said not my president for Obama. I never said let's flip the flag or whatever. And even whenever I was listening to stuff like Rage Against the Machine and stuff like that, who basically worship the state, they act like they're rebels. I still wasn't thinking of like, yeah, take that Hillary, take that Obama, take that. I was thinking like, look at what we do as an empire, because nations are empires, and this is Anglo-Saxon. America is like, with UK and all that stuff, and people grimace at that, but it's true. It's an empire. So I get the debates against the tyranny and stuff like that on that. But burning a flag in the street, it's not really doing anything. It's getting eyes on you, but it's not opening ears to you. If that makes sense to you. And burning flags, what they could do is they could print pictures of these people they don't like, these politicians, and burn their picture when they come out of something. I mean, it'd be better than milkshaking, because that's actually assault. Burning their picture is not assault. People could take it as a death threat. I wouldn't. If people wanted to say, well, that's actually communicating threats, it all depends on the context. For the most part, 95%, I'd say no, that's not. That's not it. Unless there's some crazy loonies that are out there, like they usually do, putting a hex on the president. We're burning him in embers in this pentagram. And they got their eyes wide shut robes and all that stuff, and their sleeve of wizard, as Borat would say, is nice. If that's out there, you know what? That's a little different, but it's just not creative. It's destructive. I think I went through all my points I wanted to. Got the flag burning. Those are my shirts, remember? Triumph. See, get it. People started picking up on that. Like on Instagram, they had the gay, straight, and stuff like that. I'd had this like way before other people. This is what got me started making shirts. See, this is not screen printed. This is ironed on. Not ironed, but heat pressed. So that started me actually wanting to get into t-shirts, and let me know, guys. I can make you some funny stuff, memes, anything about the culture. If you guys give me ideas, I'll be sure to hook you up and give you credit and stuff like that. But tell me what you think about the flag burning. I know it's a baseless issue in the sense that it's just, I think that with Trump, he's doing this to, like, it's not like America can do no wrong. I think and it's not even a red meat to the base 100%. It just happens to be that. It's one of the results of it. I think he's pushing a narrative against the narrative of hatred of America. Because you remember in 2016 he did this. He's been consistent on this. He could not like it, but he's been consistent on defending the flag. And I know there's the it's gold fringe versus not gold fringe, but we're talking about at the DNC in 2016. The first day, I can't remember if it was more than one day, but for a long time, into it, for a convention, they didn't have any American flags on the stage. And people can say, well, that's whatever, and this and that. Yeah, but you're running for the country, and they're all about optics, and they're all about presentation, it seems like, and everything being posh, and no cussing, no foul language, no name calling, no. But they don't have the American flag there, and they were talking about, and they're packing all these immigrants in here, and illegal immigrants. If Trump wins, I get out of here or something like that. I came to this country. This country's a whatever. And there's no flag for optics of the country behind you because, like I said, they think we're just this androgynous glob of people, and they're thinking in culture, and so should we. But Trump said, hey, he tweeted in his style, it's kind of weird they don't have American flags out there. It's almost un-American. People could say, well, the Democrats, that's not necessarily un-American. They don't have a flag up your ass all the time. That wasn't the point in the optics. He was winning the optics because the next day, by God, the Democrats made sure, and the DNC personnel made sure they were out there for the rest of the convention. Who knows? It may have been negligence on their part because they were too busy trying to steal the nomination from Bernie with Donna Brazile and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Hillary and all them. But I don't buy it. I think that it was a move. It's like we don't really have to put him on here if we don't want to. It's like I love my wife. I love my kid at work. It's like, well, I don't really have to put this up here. And then somebody says, hey, where's pictures of your family? And you go, ugh, you put them on there. I'm a family man, I swear. But I think they had a narrative to push with that. It was more like we're part of the world, not part of the country. And that is about it. Got some stuff in there that I didn't even think I would think about. So, have fun out there on the rest of your Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Happy Froggers Day, everybody. Is that Ron Humperdinck, Political Dank House? Peace out to you.